Imagine that while taking a walk in nature, you come across a place filled with rocks of all shapes and sizes. Most of them look ordinary and unremarkable, but among them you notice a colorful crystal that has an irregular shape and doesn't shine much, so you decide to ignore it and move on. What you may not realize is that this stone could actually be a valuable gemstone, maybe a diamond, a ruby, or even an emerald, as unlikely as this story might sound. It happens more often than you think, and it actually happened to me during a trip to Brazil. It was around 8 a.m., and I was standing by the edge of a river with my wife when I noticed something shiny among the gravel right near my feet. It wasn't very big, about the size of a grain of rice, but it was a diamond. Even with experience, I almost ignored this opportunity, because at first glance it could have been just another rock. And that's exactly why so many people walk right past precious gemstones without even knowing it in their raw form. They look nothing like the polished gems you see in jewelry stores. Most of them lack shine, a smooth surface, or an obvious shape, which makes them easy to mistake for regular rocks, especially if you don't know what to look for. So, how do you tell the difference between a precious gemstone and an ordinary rock? How can you identify whether something you found might actually be worth something? Well, in today's video, you're going to learn 3 simple steps to finding gemstones in nature, using techniques that were developed by ancient prospectors long before modern technology and expensive equipment back then. All they were a sieve and a gold pan, yet they still managed to uncover hidden treasures buried in the earth. And that means that anyone, including you, can apply these same techniques without needing costly or advanced equipment. So, if you've ever wondered whether that strange rock you found might actually be valuable by the end of this video, you'll know the answer. The first thing you need to understand is that finding a gemstone in nature might seem like pure luck, but in reality, there's a method behind it. Most people walk through rivers, mountains, or rocky terrains full of precious stones without even realizing it. That's because without cutting and polishing, these gems look just like ordinary rocks. And that's exactly why so many valuable opportunities go unnoticed. The man you see on your screen right now is Adriano in that gemstone he just found by the side of the road. It's a tourmaline. Every day, thousands of vehicles pass by this road, but only someone with experience was able to recognize that there was something special hidden there. So the first step to successfully finding gemstones is knowing where to look. There's no point in walking around just anywhere hoping to stumble upon a diamond or a tourmaline by the side of the road, like Adrian did. I'll leave the link to his channel at the end of this video. While some areas have no gemstones at all, others are naturally rich in valuable minerals, and those are the places you should be searching. Riverbeds, for example, are some of the best places to look for gemstones. Over time, water erosion breaks down rocks and carries heavy minerals into gravel beds, creating natural deposits of precious stones. Many sapphires, rubies, and even diamonds have been found this way. Besides rivers, ancient alluvial deposits are another excellent option. These are areas where thousands of years ago water once flowed and left behind layers of mineral-rich gravel. Even if the river is no longer there, gemstones might still be buried in the sediment. And if you're in a volcanic region or near specific rock formations like kimberlite pipes, which are known to host diamonds, your chances increase even more. Knowing where to look is a great start, but finding a gemstone takes more than just being in the right place. The way you search makes all the difference. Many people think that all they have to do is look at the ground and wait for something shiny to catch their eye, but the reality is that most raw gemstones don't stand out at all. They might be covered in sediment, mixed in with gravel, or even trapped inside other rocks. That's why experienced prospectors use specific techniques to separate precious stones from ordinary materials. One of the oldest and most effective methods is screening, which involves using sieves with different mesh sizes to separate gravel. This technique is particularly useful in rivers and dry stream beds where gemstones accumulate among heavier sediments. The best approach is to start by collecting a good amount of gravel and then pouring it into a fine mesh sieve, shaking it gently so that the smaller particles fall through, leaving the larger stones behind. Many raw gemstones are mixed in with quartz and other rocks, So it's important to carefully inspect everything before discarding. Another highly effective method is panning, which uses a shallow bowl-shaped pan to separate heavy minerals from lighter materials. This technique works because gemstones like diamonds and sapphires are denser than regular sediments. As you swirl the pan and water, the lighter materials wash away with the current, leaving the heavier stones at the bottom. This is one of the most widely used techniques among traditional prospectors, and with a bit of practice, it can be incredibly effective for finding small gemstones beyond these techniques. Another important strategy is knowing exactly where to search within the right environment. In rivers, for example, the best locations are bends and depressions where the current slows down and allows heavy minerals to settle. Large rocks and crevices in the riverbed can also trap gemstones that have been carried downstream over time. But if you live in drier regions, searching in eroded slopes at the base of hills or in valleys can be a great strategy. That's because rain and wind naturally expose minerals over time, bringing hidden gemstones to the surface. And of course, having the right tools will make the process much easier. In addition to a sieve and a gold pan, a geology hammer can be useful for breaking rocks and checking the inside of suspicious stones. A magnifying loupe helps you examine details more closely and recognize a gemstone crystalline structure, while a UV light can be used at night to identify fluorescent minerals like diamonds and rubies. So after learning where to look and how to search properly, the most important part comes next: determining whether the stone you found actually has value, or if it's just another ordinary rock. This is the moment where many people give up simply because they don't know how to recognize a raw gemstone. But the good news is that there are simple methods to help with identification without needing expensive equipment or an expert by your side. One of the most reliable tests is a hardness test, which is commonly used to differentiate gemstones from regular rocks. Many precious stones like sapphires, rubies, and diamonds are extremely hard. It can scratch materials like glass or steel without being damaged. If the stone you found easily scratches glass, that's already a good sign that it might be something valuable. Another important factor to observe is brilliance and transparency. Some gemstones have a distinctive glassy or metallic shine, and even in their raw form, they reflect light differently than common rocks. Additionally, some gems like crystal quartz are translucent or even transparent, whereas most ordinary stones are completely opaque. Washing the stone and removing dirt is another common practice, as it helps reveal its true shine and highlights features that might not have been visible before. Besides, hardness and shine, weight and density are also key indicators. Many gemstones are denser than regular stones and may feel heavier than expected for their size. If the stone you found feels unusually heavy, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. After learning where to look and how to search properly, the most important step comes next: identifying whether the stone you found actually has value, or if it's just another ordinary rock. This is the point where many people give up simply because they don't know how to recognize a raw gemstone. But the good news is that there are simple methods to do this without needing expensive equipment or an expert by your side. Besides these physical tests, one of the most efficient identification methods is visual comparison. Nowadays, thanks to the internet, it's easy to find images and videos of raw and cut gemstones. If you have a suspicious stone, you can compare it with known samples to see if it resembles a valuable gem. Platforms like YouTube and specialized gemology websites have videos showing how different gemstones look in their natural state, making this a very useful tool for beginners. Another key factor in gemstone identification is observing indicator minerals. Certain types of gemstones are often found alongside specific minerals. For example, if you come across garnets or spinels, that could be a strong sign that diamonds are present in the area. If the region has a lot of feldspar and quartz, it might indicate the presence of pegmatites, which are rich in talc, or topaz. Paying attention into these details can greatly increase your chances of knowing whether you're in the right location. And if after performing all these tests you still have doubts, the best thing to do is keep the stone and gather more information before Discarding at thousands of diamonds are scattered across our planet's soil. Each of them boasts unique colors, inclusions, shapes, and sizes, all due to the intricate processes of formation within the Earth's crust. But there's one type of diamond that stands apart from all the others, a stone so extraordinary that its formation process defies human understanding. Scientists believe this diamond might have originated in space, forged under the extreme pressures and temperatures that only cosmic events, like supernova explosions, can create. I'm talking about the enigmatic black diamond, a gem that not only surpasses regular diamonds in hardness, but is also so rare that finding one with the right size and quality for cutting could transform your financial future forever. But what gives a diamond its black coloration? How do these gems find their way to Earth? And considering there are other black gemstones like black talc and onyx, how can you distinguish them from black diamonds? To help you uncover what makes a black diamond so special, we've created this video. Instead of writing a book, we chose a more direct approach because the answers to these questions are far more fascinating when you realize that no other diamond color carries as much mystery as the black diamond. Its allure is so captivating that its name has been adopted by countless brands and companies worldwide. This precious stone has gained fame and is now highly sought after for creating exclusive, sophisticated jewelry. However, in the past, black diamonds were largely undervalued and virtually ignored by the market. This perception shifted dramatically when an impressive 67.5 carat specimen was discovered, one that belonged to Russian royalty known as the Black Orlov or Eye of Brahma. This diamond brought a newfound status and recognition to this unique gem. Today, the jewelry world has fully embraced the charm of black diamonds. Their singular beauty and captivating mystery are finally appreciated, cementing their status as a rare and incomparable treasure in the realm of precious gems. But what exactly are black diamonds, and what gives them their unique coloration? Black diamonds, also known as carbonado, are a variety of diamond believed to be even older than pure white diamonds. There are three main categories of black diamonds: natural, treated, and man-made. While all are technically considered real diamonds, the differences among them are substantial, particularly in value and formation process. If you're considering acquiring a black diamond, it is essential to understand these distinctions. Natural black diamonds are quite different from common colored diamonds. Simply put, they are an impure form of polycrystalline diamond composed of diamond graphite and amorphous carbon, while naturally colored diamonds owe their hues to specific impurities. For instance, boron creates blue diamonds, while black diamonds achieve their striking appearance due to a high concentration of inclusions. These clusters of graphite are so dense that they give the stone its characteristic black color, setting it apart from other diamond types. On the other hand, artificial black diamonds, whether lab-grown or treated, follow entirely different paths. Synthetic diamonds, created using advanced technology, replicate the natural conditions under which diamonds form. Treated black diamonds, however, are natural diamonds that have undergone chemical or thermal processes to acquire their black color. While both are often labeled as fake, there's a notable distinction between the two. Treated diamonds are much cheaper, whereas lab-grown black diamonds still carry a significant cost due to technology involved in their creation. Natural blue and pink diamonds are extremely valuable, with prices reaching tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars per carat. In contrast, natural brown and black diamonds are more affordable, ranging between $2,000 and $3,000 per carat. The coloration of black diamonds is attributed to the graphite present in their composition. These diamonds feature a high concentration of inclusion, like tiny imperfections, that alter the gemstone appearance. This characteristic is so pronounced that the densely packed inclusions render the stone completely black, giving it a distinct appearance that sets it apart from other types of diamonds. While there are references to man-made black diamonds, their production is uncommon, primarily due to high costs and economic impracticality. Natural black diamonds, however, boast a unique formation process, unlike colorless diamonds, which are composed of a single solid crystal with distinct natural lines black diamonds are formed from numerous small crystals bonded randomly. The structural difference makes them even harder than conventional diamonds, despite both types achieving a perfect 10 on the Mohs scale of mineral hardness before finding their place in the world of fine. Jewelry black diamonds were valued primarily for their durability and were used in various practical applications that took advantage of their exceptional hardness. So what is the price of a black diamond? The value of a black diamond can vary significantly depending on characteristics like weight, clarity, and overall quality. For instance, a black diamond weighing 0.11 carats may cost around €33, while a 0.14 carat stone is priced at approximately €42. A 0.56 carat black diamond, on the other hand, can fetch as much as €1,168. These prices typically include taxes, but may not account for additional costs, such as shipping. To identify a genuine black diamond, it's essential to observe specific characteristics. The stone's clarity and cut are crucial, as are its mass and density, which generally range between 3.15 and 3.48. Additionally, black diamonds are renowned for their hardness, ranking 10 on the Mohs scale, and they belong to the chemical group of crystallized carbon. Their unique appearance is defined by distinct opacity and a lack of iridescence or sparkle traits that help differentiate them from other gemstones and imitations. Their polycrystalline nature results in highly heterogeneous mechanical properties. They also exhibit bubbles within the structure and lack cleavage planes, as they are not a single diamond crystal, but rather an aggregation of thousands of tiny crystals. Carbonados are found in recent alluvial deposits in the Central African Republic. In Brazil, they were first discovered by Brazilians, who named them carbonados because of their coal-like appearance. In the 1860s, they were utilized in mining operations to drill through rocks. Unlike other natural diamonds, carbonados' inclusions derive from the Earth's mantle and has a remarkably low carbon isotope value. Additionally, carbonado exhibits strong luminescence, sometimes photoluminescence or cathodoluminescence, caused by nitrogen in the voids within its crystal structure. Analysis of this luminescence reveals that radioactive elements played a role in its formation process. And of course, to keep up with more tips and discoveries like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so YouTube can recommend more content like this to you. Now, let's get back to what matters. Another key point to consider is that black diamonds are characterized by their high number of fractures and inclusions, which rarely result in smooth, facet surfaces, unlike most other black gemstones. Additionally, it's worth mentioning moissanite, a synthetic gemstone known for its high durability and value, often crafted as a sophisticated imitation of diamonds. Black moissanite, in particular, tends to be more flawless and features smoother surfaces than natural black diamonds, while also being slightly more affordable. Carbonado diamonds, on the other hand, have a visual appearance reminiscent of coal. They're extremely dense and even more resistant to scratching than conventional diamonds. However, unlike traditional diamonds, these stones lack significant commercial value in the jewelry market, as they are not suitable for cutting or crafting adornments. Despite this, carbonados may hold value for collectors, especially due to their rarity and unique geological characteristics. These carbonado diamonds are found in sedimentary regions rather than volcanic formations or kimberlites, the typical sources of conventional diamond studies. Suggest that carbonados may have formed over 2 billion years ago, with estimates ranging from 2.6 to 3.8 billion years before our era. Some researchers have proposed a fascinating possibility that carbonado diamonds might have an extraterrestrial origin. It is believed they could be remnants of a meteor that struck Earth billions of years ago, long before dinosaurs roamed the planet. The origin of carbonado, however, remains a subject of debate, with various hypotheses proposed to explain its formation. One of the most widely accepted theories suggests that carbonado formed through the direct conversion of organic carbon under high-pressure conditions within the Earth, a process similar to the formation of conventional diamonds. Another possibility is shock metamorphism, where their formation may have been induced by the impact of a meteor on Earth's surface. Additional hypotheses include formation driven by spontaneous fission radiation from uranium and thorium, or even formation within a massive star that later exploded in a supernova with fragments eventually reaching Earth. Recent studies also point to a potential interstellar origin. Research indicates that the infrared absorption spectra of carbonados are similar to those of extraterrestrial origin diamonds, with significant peaks attributed to the high concentration of nitrogen and hydrogen. This resemblance suggests that carbonados could have formed in environments near carbon-rich stars, such as cosmic dust laden with carbon before being fragmented and delivered to Earth by meteorites. Despite all these theories, the extraterrestrial origin of carbonados has yet to be scientifically confirmed. If you happen to find one of these diamonds, it's worth noting that while they don't hold substantial commercial value, they can make fascinating additions to a collector's portfolio. Many people have unknowingly walked past valuable gemstones simply because they didn't know how to identify them. But even with all this knowledge, there's still one big problem. Imagine the time it would take to research every mineral, compare images online, and watch multiple videos just to learn how to identify them correctly. If you found multiple gemstones, this process could become overwhelming and nearly impossible to manage. And that's exactly why I created the ebook Gemology Journey for Beginners, a complete guide that puts everything you need to know about gemstones in one place without wasting hours on endless research. Inside, you'll find a collection of organized images to make visual comparisons easier, along with a detailed step-by-step guide on the most effective at-home test you can use to determine whether the stone you found is valuable or not. With this ebook, you'll save time and avoid mistakes because all the information is presented in a clear and practical way. And the best part, you get a full 7-day guarantee to check it out risk-free. So if you want to identify gemstones much more easily, click the first link in the description right now and get instant access to Gemology Journey for Beginners. And of course, if you want to continue learning for free, just subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Speaking of which, in the next video appearing on your screen, you can learn even more about gemstones that might be found in your region. Good luck, gem hunters.